Jay. Welcome back to my channel and to another video, or if this is the first time you're watching me, hey, welcome to the channel. I was just, sorry about my appearance, I'm just getting ready to do a home workout because I used to go to the gym but I gave up on it because I couldn't go because of my fibro when it was really bad and it was wasting a whole bunch of money. So I thought, why am I paying for something I'm barely using? But I do like home workouts. Because it gives me more confidence into doing things like squats and stuff, but I'll get into that later because I posted a few, I've been seeing, I was just thinking about it because I posted a few pictures on my Instagram this morning. I'll probably leave them up there if I can figure it out. And it just got me thinking how I've seen a lot more of it recently since lockdowns happened. Like, you can wear these, wear the shorts and everybody's a bikini body and stuff like that. And it got me thinking to how, like, why is this happening all of a sudden now? I know body positivity has been around for a while, but now why is it all like instantly becoming like a thing? Because it just started me thinking about my own weight loss journey and how that happened. Because I used to look like this. And it just got me thinking, like, how do I put this? It just got me thinking about it and how it's affected my life a little bit today. So this is like a story time thing. Not really a story time, but I just thought I just thinking about it and I wanted to share my journey with you guys. So I'll get into it. If you like this, if you like what you're seeing so far, if you've seen my channel before and you've not subscribed, feel free to hit the subscribe button if you want. And hit like in this video, and yeah, let's get started, I guess. So I was like never like, obviously when you're a child you're tiny, like you are always automatically tiny-ish, and then as you get older obviously your body starts to develop, and if you're a girl your boobs get bigger, and then everything else happens, and then I don't ever remember being like a thin child. I always just remember being like a size 16, 18, going to school, feeling uncomfortable in my body, feeling disgusting and ugly, and not feeling like I would never fit in. Well, I still don't feel like that, but like this feeling I'd never fit into any social group at school. And it would always get to me because I have a twin, and obviously we're compared to each other a lot. So she would always be a little bit thinner than me. Like, well, she was thinner than me. Let's just put it that way. I think she was like a size 12 when I was like a size 16, 18. So comparing us was always the thing. But I always just remember being in school and being bullied for how I looked, and being bullied because I was quiet, and being obviously bullied because I didn't fit into the criteria that the popular group wanted, and just feeling like a social outcast at times, you know. So all the thing that I remember is just even a teacher commented on my weight in school, because we ran. I was not a runner, like, believe me, I'm still not really. Well, I used to until fibro happened, but like a teacher even complimented on my weight. Like, they were like, "Why are you struggling running? Why are you struggling running?" And I was just like, because I don't run. And then I think the teacher said, well, maybe if you lose some weight, it would help. I didn't report the teacher at the time, but I should have done, because and she was one to talk, to be honest with you. She wasn't the thinnest either, and she was the one talking to me. And our PE teachers used to take the fecking car when we were doing cross country, and they expected us to run. They were like, "Oh, we'll meet you there," and we wondered, how did they get there before us? They took the car. PE teachers took the car. Sorry, it just pissed me off because they're supposed to be setting an example for kids. Like, if you want, like, they're supposed to be PE teachers. They're supposed to be trained in fitness and in health and encouraging you to get fit and encouraging you to, like, not like always do exercise, but maintain a healthier lifestyle for when you leave school. Because some people, when you leave school and you grow up, yeah, your metabolism is fine then, but then your metabolism fucks you over next time. And then what do you do? But the teachers took the car. Cross-country training. They took the car. Now, I'm no teacher, but if I was a PE teacher, I would probably end up doing the run with them, just to encourage them to keep going, like saying, if I can do it, you guys can do it. But no, they took the car. Some teachers. And then all I just remember is being called fat and ugly, because they would always say, "Hey, how do you tell the difference between the two twins?" They would just say, "Oh, that's easy. Lucy's the pretty one and Jay is the fat, ugly one. And then it kept happening throughout school, and then when I went to college, it happened again. Again? The fuck is that? It happened again. Where I was sitting at my desk and everyone in the class knew I was sitting there. And then I went to the toilet and I came back and someone had placed a Little Miss Piggy cup on front of my screen, like on my screen. And it made me feel horrible because I know that people could have just placed it and been like, oh, but normally if you place something with a caricature of a character on there, it means you look like this. This is what you look like. And I could hear someone laughing. I didn't turn around because I was so embarrassed. And I just remember crying and phoning my mum and wanting to go home from college. I was like 19 going on 20, like that area. Like 19 to 21, I think. Was I? Yeah. Crying and wanting to go home. Because I felt so horrible and disgusting in myself. And then all that amount to that led to me being depressed and having social anxiety because why, like, people wonder, like, oh, how are you depressed? Why the hell do you have social anxiety? It's like, well, when you've been bullied your whole life, being called fat, being called ugly, being called every disgusting name under the sun, and then people being like, oh, I fancy you, and then going, oh, actually, I don't know, would ever fancy you, we're doing it for a joke, we just wanted to see if you'd fall for it. Like, people wonder, why the fuck do people develop social anxiety when that happens to you? Like, why do people think that it's a joke or it's an excuse? It's not. It's you're generally depressed and you're scared to go into social situations because you think, I'm going to get stared at. People are going to think I'm fat. People are going to laugh at me. People are going to think, oh, she's ugly. She shouldn't be wearing that. Like, oh, if you have a boyfriend, you walk in with him, people are like, oh, what's he doing with her? She's a fucking whatever horrible name you can think of after that. And it just, like, it fucked me over. And then even through university, I was so socially anxiety-ridden because I would see all these girls doing acting and musical theatre, and they're all so pretty that I would just look at myself in the mirror going, why would any person hire you over them? Like, if we were in an audition call situation, I would probably be the first cut because they'd probably look at me and look at my body type and be like, no, just, no, we don't even want to hear your voice, we don't even want to see you act, just go. Like, I know that's probably not what would happen because everyone deserves a fair shot, but, like, that's what I would feel like, and it's horrible, but that is how I felt. And then, so when I came back from, like, I remember seeing pictures of myself at uni now, and I just thought, oh my god, but when I came back from uni, I went into a job where it was very physical. I was on my feet all day, and I walked back and forth from work, so I was losing a bit of weight, and then my stepsister and I decided to join the gym. So we thought it was great because we'd be like, well, we're both going to do it and we'll both keep each other motivated. So I was going to work almost 5 days a week. But then I remember that I would eat breakfast. No, so some days I would eat breakfast at home, or I'd walk to work and eat breakfast there and then do work. Or and the days where that happened, like even the days where that happened, like either I ate breakfast before I left the house or I ate breakfast at work, I would be walking all day, I'd be on my feet all day. And I remember that I wouldn't, second, the dog wants up on the bed, sorry. And then I would be like, I would always think, well, I should take a break and I should eat something, or I should drink some water or something. I never did, because I just wanted to get out of work as fast as possible, because I was like, it's the quicker you are, like, and the cleaner it is, the quicker you are, it improves the numbers, because they're always yelling at us, going, no, not yelling at us, but like saying, like, we're over hours because you guys are so slow. And then it'd be like, well, you need to slow down because you're too fast. And it was like, well, what do you want? So I tried to be in between. And then some days you'd be fast, some days you'd be slower. But I figured the faster I get out of here, the faster I get to the gym and the faster I can work out. But then I wouldn't eat anything during the whole day apart from breakfast. And I would go to the gym and get on and do like an hour in the gym not eating anything. And then I would walk home. And I've calculated this, like, I think I've calculated this in my head. Because I think if I'd done more than 10,000 steps a day, that would be like, put up here, I think it's like 500 to 600 calories I've burnt. And then I would go to the gym and burn off an excess 500 to 600 calories. So I was burning more than my body had actually ate. And then I would go home, eat pasta and eat stuff because I thought, oh, I've worked it off, it's fine. And it was fine because like I noticed myself losing weight and it was great. And then train of thought gone. I would lose weight, it would be fine, but then I would still stick to the same routine. It would just be like, eat breakfast in the morning, go to work, go to the gym, come home, eat breakfast, go to work, go to the gym, come home. Even on days off, I was going to the gym. I was just going to the gym on my day. I would walk to the gym and then walk back again, because I was just so obsessed, because I was losing weight and I was feeling the best I had in ages. Like during the whole course of me trying to lose weight, I've gone from a size 16 to a size 10, 12, and I was just like wanting more and more to lose weight. And I know, like, sometimes if you follow my Instagram, like my pictures, it doesn't look like, my body sometimes doesn't look like I'm a 10, 12, but looks are deceiving. So, but I would still compare myself to other people, going, I'm not as thin as her, I'm not as thin as her, I'm not as thin as her. So like I would like I'm better at it now, but I did start to reduce my calories a hell of a lot more, like watching what I ate a hell of a lot more, and that seemed to help as well. But then when I got fibro, it didn't help me, because I was wanting to work out and I was wanting to keep up the weight loss, but then like fibro happened and it was just like impossible. Like it was completely impossible, because I was just in pain and I just wanted to go home. Sometimes I couldn't even go home. I had to phone for a lift because I couldn't even walk to the bus stop. The bus stop was only like 10 minutes from my work, but like I couldn't walk the length of myself to get to the bus. I could not walk the length of myself to get to the bus. So I did try and do some exercises like at home and stuff, and then I got sciatica in my back, which fucks me all the time. Like even if I bend down to like even just to like bend down to pick up the dog, like my back will go into a twinge, and then that's at me. It doesn't go away for like a week and a half, 2 weeks. So then I work didn't understand that either, because I had to keep bending down and taking beds out from underneath beds and change it. I worked in a hotel. I didn't mention that. I worked in a hotel chain. I would just keep having to bend down, lifting extra beds out, and they're heavy, and I would have to change at least 3 beds in a room, hoover, mop, dust, and I know that was part of the job, but until I got sciatica and fibro, I was in, like, I used to be able to clean like 3 rooms in an hour, and I went down to cleaning 1 in about 40 minutes. It took me ages, because I had no strength in my arm to even like lift the sheet or lift the bedding or even lift a fucking pillow. I couldn't even like bend down. I was just like, what am I doing? So then like when my back screws, like I'd have to phone in sick for work, because I'd be like, I can't bend down, I really can't do this. And then they'd be like, well, what are we gonna do? Like, and the suggestions were, oh, God, I don't even want to get into this, because it just makes me like, because we had a manager at the time, and he was I think he thought he was a doctor, because he'd be like, I'd say to him, I have sciatica, I can't do the ground floor, but I can't do extra beds with the ground floor anymore, it just hurts. And he'd be like, oh, I've had that, it goes away after 2 days. And I'm like, no it doesn't, no it doesn't. And I would come in the next day and be like, oh, I've researched it, and if you do this, this and this, and I'm like, when did you pull a doctor's degree out your butt? Like, really? And then he would be like, are you doing your stretches at home? And I'm like, who are you? Like, are you my mum? And he was just like, do you do your stretches at home? And I'm like, yes, yeah, I do. And I do them before I start work. I stretch my legs, I stretch my back. And he was like, don't believe you. He was just like, I don't believe you. And I was like, fine, but you, like, weeks prior to me getting fibro, I swear to God, I had the worst, my mum reckons I had glandular fever. I had the worst feeling in my body. I was fine, but when I started working, I was hot, and then I was cold. I thought I was going to faint. I could barely stand. I thought I was going to be sick. I had the most agonizing migraine in the world, and I could do 1 room, have to come downstairs and sit for 30 minutes. It already took 40 minutes to do that room, because I was so sick. And then my friend who worked there, who was like one of my friends who got me the job in the first place, like we knew each other from school, she was trying everything to get him to contact her and everything else. And then this was supposed to be about weight, and I'm talking about this, but it is to do my weight, I promise. And then he would just be like, sorry, like she was asking if you can come in early, but like she wasn't supposed to tell me this, but I know what he said. I'm not going to say it, but it was the most stupid excuse for not coming in. And it's like, he didn't care about his employees, and I was there on the table on the desk with my head in bits, and he was like, what's wrong with you? He came in and he was like, hi, what's wrong with you? I was like, I feel like and he's like, oh, I had that, it'll go away after 2 days. But if he went off sick, it was fine. Sorry. But it was so true. Like, if he was off sick, he expected people to cover for him. But if we wanted to go off sick, he was like, no, you can come in and do this amount of rooms. And you're like, but I physically cannot, I'm going to spew. And he was like, well, you can come in and do this. Anyway. So then all that happened, and that made it even worse. And I could barely make it to the gym. I could barely walk my dog for God. Like Clive's sitting there, I could barely walk my dog for God's sake. Like I was in complete and utter agony. I just, it wasn't happening, and I could feel myself gaining a little bit of weight, and then gaining a little bit of weight, and then gaining weight a little bit, and I would try and hold it back. And then I could see myself losing a bit more, but then it was getting more difficult to walk and more difficult to do anything. And then I went through a couple of different periods, a couple of different issues in March that happened to me that was very hard. And then I could feel myself just not giving a shit anymore. Like I was crying for a week, and then everyone else was like, there was a point where I was crying for a week, and then something happened with our family and everyone was upset. It was an anniversary, and it was hard for everyone in February. And then Mum surprised me with a trip to Tenerife, and then I was in a bikini and I felt fine, but like you know when you just feel disgusting, like I could feel my thighs rubbing together, and I was just like, I'm gaining weight back again and I don't feel good. And I would just look at my legs and see all the cellulite and the fat and just be like, why won't you go away? Like, just go. And I honestly, like, would try anything. But, like, I wanted to do squats and stuff at the gym, but then seeing all the thin, skinny, pretty girls in their gear doing it, I would be afraid, like, if I start doing it, you laugh at me going, like, look at her, she's doing it wrong, and look at her, she's fat, and what's she even doing? And I know that, like, most you're going to be like, well, gyms are a place for everybody and all that, but then you don't. But then like, everyone always thinks they look better than someone else. Like, you have to admit it. Like, sometimes you look at a person that walks in and you think, oh, I look better than them. I look skinnier than them. I'm not saying it's just girls. Guys probably think it as well. Like, you probably get scared to even go to a gym, especially if you're on a heavier set. Like, I'm not saying that you're fat, but like, if you have like a majorly a flat stomach, but you're still on the bigger side, they'll probably still feel slightly intimidated by guys they see lifting. Like, they're lifting 25, I don't know if this is a weight, like, they're lifting 25k weights at the gym and you're only lifting 10, but it's like, and then you think to yourself, oh God, do I want to go back to gym, because what if they're there and then they're judging me, you know? So that's always, like, in the back of your head. So, like, but then I'm sidetracking. When I was in Tenerife, I just felt so horrible and, like, disgusting, and then I thought, I'm going to try and change it, and then lockdown happened, and it was the perfect time to try and change it. I tried a few exercises on YouTube, and some of them like, they worked, but they weren't really working per se. I still felt disgusting and fat and horrible. And then I just decided I was going to try. I kept trying different things, like different people workout videos, and then I found that the things that worked for me were Chloe Ting. Her workout videos worked really, really well for me. And there's another girl. What's her name? Cindy Flores, I think her name is. I'll correct it if I'm wrong. I will stick the actual thing here if I'm wrong. If it doesn't appear there, I got it right. I think it's Cindy Flores. I do her leg workout. I do Chloe Ting's full body workout and her ab routines, but I do Cindy Flores' leg routine. And I have noticed a complete utter difference in my legs. Like, even after the first week, I noticed a major, huge difference in my legs. Like, they didn't rub together. They were looking tighter. I could just feel more confident in my legs. I could see, like, I hate my legs. Like, if I could change anything, it would be my legs. Like, I hate my legs. I wish I was taller. I wish I was slimmer. I wish everything. But like that's really helped me. So I don't know if you guys want to. Maybe you do follow them and look at them. But like, if any of you guys are struggling, like, they're really good. Chloe does her workouts look bad, but she has lower intensities for people like myself who, like, there's normally jumping, but she finds ways to exclude the jumps. So like say that if you did like high knees, which is like running, jumping, she finds ways that you don't have to like lift your legs or jump. She finds alternatives for you. Cindy's is a bit harder. Obviously, like, there's not really a variation that I can do, but like, I just stop if I need to stop and take a break if I need to take breaks. But the moral of what I'm trying to say is, like, I was seeing a whole lot of things on Instagram, and I'm reposting them because I just don't see how body positivity is, like, really high right now, when it, like, over the past year or so. Yes, people have still been body positive, but I think during quarantine it's just become, also people are like, I've gained the quarantine 15, I need to get rid of it. And it's like, you couldn't help it. Like, yes, you could do home workouts, and yes, it's difficult. It was difficult to do anything during lockdown, and everything's easy now. But then still, everyone's like, I need to lose weight. I need to go back to the gym. It's like, allow yourself a break sometimes. You know, like I don't. I always thought that I had to work out every day, but I don't anymore really. Like I work out maybe 3-4 times, 5 at push. Depends on what I feel like, and I always don't do like a full body workout routine. I do. It's Clayton has like a 15-minute routine, but it's very effective, and I sweat buckets after it. Like I swear, it's only 15 minutes, but I sweat buckets after it. And yeah, like I do go for walks with the dog, and that makes me feel good as well. Like after I've done a routine, I'll take him out. I'll take little Clive out for a walk, and then that makes me feel good as well. And then I walked into town the other day as well instead of taking the bus. Sometimes it's just like little things you can do. Like I walked into town to meet my friend Emily the other day. I didn't take the bus. It was actually a very nice walk. It was very nice, and I felt really good walking. And then we were walking all the way through town. So I'd done like 13,000 steps out there, and I didn't do a single other exercise, and I felt great. Some days, yes, I do regret not exercising because I'll have eaten a lot of crap, and then the next morning I'll wake up and be like, why didn't I exercise yesterday? This wouldn't feel as bad. But, you know, like all I'm saying is, like, because I'd seen all that stuff on Instagram and how it's been body positivity because quarantine's messed up everyone's gym routine and everything. But who cares? That's all I just wanted to say. Like, I like to spread, like, I've been putting all that stuff on Instagram about your bikini body's any size, and I think that's true. Who cares? If I see a girl, like, if I see any size girl rocking a bikini, I think she looks good. It's like, you go, girl, you rock that bikini. You rock those denim shorts. You want to wear that skirt? You wear that skirt. You want to wear that jumpsuit? Play suit that shows your legs off? You wear that jumpsuit. Who cares? Like, even with skin, like, I posted one with skin as well today, and it's like, any skin's your skin, it's fine. Like, yeah, if I don't wear makeup, who cares? Does that make me any less than you? No. I just don't have the time to put on like 50 layers of makeup a day to hide my face. I don't. Like I'm not saying I'm natural because my face is horrible right now. Like I've got a spot here. This side of my face is absolutely disgusting. But who cares? Like I do like putting on makeup, but not every day. Like if I'm going for a drink, or if I was going out, or if I was going for a meal, then yes, I would like to put on some makeup and some eyeshadow and some foundation and everything. But I don't have the time every day to clark my face in 5 layers of makeup, put on eyeshadow, put on lashes, just because I'm going out for a walk with the dog. Like, why would I even do that to go for a walk with the dog? It's stupid. So what I'm saying is like, yeah, we need to, like, body positivity has always been around. Just because it's been highlighted now in quarantine doesn't mean that it needs to stop after quarantine's done. We still need to keep doing it. Like, even like boys as well, like we need to keep supporting boys. Like if, like, because they go through all this as well. That you don't think a boy looks at another boy and go, oh, I wish I looked good as him. Oh, I wish I had that jawline. Wish I had that arms. Wish I had that body. Like, you don't think boys don't go through that too? They do. And I know this is a really long video, and I'm probably not going to edit it as much because I don't want to. I might add a few things in, but I'm not editing this because I want this to be like a real video. Like, most of my videos aren't really edited well, but I just wanted to be raw and real for a minute. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope you guys can take something away from this. Hopefully, who knows. Let me know down in the comments below if you've ever struggled with your weight loss and how you've dealt with it, or if you're still struggling with it. Maybe someone might see in the comments can help you. You can always ask, if you're always struggling, you can probably always go to your doctor, ask for nutrition maybe. Then just do workouts at home. Even if you're like, oh, I don't want to go to the gym, do workouts at home. Get yourself a yoga mat or a fitness mat, something cheap. Lay it on your floor, put on a YouTube video, and just start small and work your progress up. That's all. But people think, oh, I've got to start, I've got to go fast. It's like, no, take it slow first. It's like learning, it's like if you're not used to jogging, you walk. You do long distance walk, Then maybe when you go again, you say, alright, I'm going to jog, when I feel like jogging, I'm going to jog for a minute. And you go for a minute, then you stop and you walk. And then you feel like, I'm going to jog for another minute, you jog. It's all about building up progression as well. So don't like completely go on like a full mental workout, like a 25-minute video. Start small, maybe start 10 minutes. Then keep doing that. Like if you feel tired, that's fine. And if you feel like you could go again for another 10 minutes, stick it on twice. Or maybe find a video that's 20 minutes and work up your intensity levels. That's the way to do it. Yeah, so I think that's all I have to say for this video. I really hope that you guys, again, take something from this. I hope we all learned that cellulite, cellulite, stretch marks are stretch marks, spots are spots, acne is acne. Yeah, and if you're automatically judging someone, think how you would feel if someone was judging you. Because I've had that all my life. It's like, I've had people from my past school years apologise to me because they've realised what they've done is wrong, because they're parents now, or they've just thought about it, like when they've seen me and think, oh shit, I wasn't actually very nice to her, and how did that make her feel? So I think that what if you feel like you've bullied someone for their weight or how they looked, I think if you have a long think about it, I think you should find that person and apologise, because the way people bullied me had very long lasting effects on me, especially with like trusting and gaining relationships with people. Like, it takes a lot for me to even trust someone at first, because I don't know what their intentions are, because I don't know if they're doing it because they genuinely want to talk to me or because they genuinely like me or anything, because I always think in the back of my head, what if they're just doing this for a laugh? What if they're just doing this because they think it's funny? So I generally think that people need to start thinking more about thinking before they say things. And if you're judging someone, you don't even know what they're going through. So we need to be more positive. Like, if you see someone in the street and you like what they're wearing, just go up and say, excuse me, I just want to say, look, I like your top. Or if you see someone with nice makeup, just go, I really like your makeup. Just like make someone's day, just coming up to them going, you look really nice. Or like if you speak to someone, anyone, just even like people that are working, just say have a nice day. It brightens their day, you know? Like, you just have a general chit chat with them, have a laugh, and then just say, oh, hope you have a nice day. It brightens people's mood. I just think that's what we need to do more of. And I'm rambling, and I'm going to say bye and get off this, because it's already nearly half an hour long, and I don't think anyone's going to sit through this. But yeah, I hope you guys liked the video. I hope feel free to subscribe, feel free to leave a comment below, and live your life, and be you. See you later.